Right, we've already spoken about Capsule A. If you move on, it looks like you've got a pretty strong team in novice hurdles. You had some nice bumper horses last year, global stage.
Yeah, global. Like you asked me, did I regret running him in the Talbot? We probably left his season in the Talbot. You know, he ran a very good race and wheeled him out again probably too soon. But I think it was probably 2.5 weeks afterwards, and he had a very, very hard race there. Look, you live and learn, and been training myself 6 years, but noise for a long time. But you're always learning, you know. And he was a big horse, and he looked like he could take it, but he obviously couldn't. And he took more out of himself that day at Sandown than we actually thought. So. Yeah, well, I think he's one that does like soft ground, and there's a couple of novice hurdles at Cheltenham for him, and again we can go back to Newbury. I wouldn't mind going to Newbury in December again. There's the Grade 1. I think he's good enough for that. We didn't run him in it last year because we decided to give it a miss, but I think he's still a novice, so it could be our chance to win a Grade 1 with him, you know. Yeah, delighted with him last year. You know, he jumped well. We had a bit of a blip at Cheltenham. The ground was a bit quick for him. The race just all happened a bit fast for him. And then really looking forward to him. We ran him on the first day of the new season at Warwick, travelling very well in the race. And unfortunately fell sort of 4 out, I think it was. So the race really hadn't got going, but that was the first time he made a mistake, even at home schooling, and up to that he was foot perfect. So yeah, he's one to really look forward to over jump, because jumping, we always thought jumping was the making of him. We kept him to bumpers all last season because he's just young, and he's definitely one to look forward to. Yeah.
As well as Capsule A being a smart filly last year, we had Oscar Rose. She went on to finish a close second at Aintree. Again, she'd be another nice one for Mares novice hurdles.
Yeah, definitely, and she'll be definitely, hopefully go on better ground. I don't think they ran against each other in the Mares bumper at Sandown last year, but I can't ever see them running against each other again. That was a case of getting a run into Oscar Rose before she went to Aintree. So yeah, we'll keep them apart, and one likes better ground and the other one likes soft ground. So she'll start off where Colin's sister started last year at Chepstow on the 15th, I think it is, of October, and then we'll just take it from there.
Possibly the last one to look at of the crop of bumper horses from last year, Aye Charlie.
Yeah, Aye Charlie, very nice horse, ran well in his bumpers. He should have won outright, suddenly dead heated, but he sort of looked about. Going to Aintree, he went to Ayr, and he ran very well at Ayr. He was on and off the bridle. The ground was a bit quick for him, but he stayed on to be fourth, and he ran through the line. And had there been another half a furlong, I think he nearly would have won. But he's come back in. He's always been a great jumper. He's a half brother to Chase the Spud, which won the Midlands National for us. So he'll want trip and he'll want soft ground. So looking forward to him running as well.
Okay, that leads us on nicely. We'll just touch upon a couple of your stable stars. May as well start with Chase the Spud. How is he?
He's fine. He's not long come back to us. He did a bit of hunting early doors, a bit of clubbing before he came back to us. And again, with him, we haven't really got a plan. We'll work back from the Welsh National. I think we definitely need to have another go in the Welsh National. He's had one run in it and didn't work out well, but it was 2 years ago. But I think he's more of a man now, and Paddy's got the idea of him and stuff. So I think he'll definitely. We'll work back from the Welsh National. He'll have one run before that.
Okay, you touched upon Colin's sister earlier. Obviously, she was a real flag bearer, won 4, I think, last year, didn't she? Before she went to Ireland on probably ground that was too quick for her. The Mares programme looks good this year, so presumably she'll remain over hurdles. Yeah,
she will. I spoke to the owners, and we'll keep her over hurdles, and she'll go for the better races because I think she rated 142, so handicaps wouldn't be really her thing either. But she does go on most grounds. She's better on soft ground because it slows everything else down. But she's very adaptable, and I was very impressed with her last year at Haydock over 2-3, and Alan King had a really smart 2-miler in there which cruised up behind her going to 2 out, and she quickened away from that going to the last, and that was her most impressive run for me, was last year at Haydock. But she's done nothing wrong, so really looking forward to her as well.
Okay, Barney the one, you just seen him coming up the gallops, then he looks in rude health.
Yeah, he's in great form. We schooled him, my brother David schooled him yesterday, and he's in good form, just loves life. We struggled with him a bit this time last year, and that we couldn't get him quite right. He had a cough and struggled. clear that up. But this year he's come back. Jason McGuire had him home this year, and he's come back in great form. Looks bigger and stronger than last year. He's never going to be a massive horse, but everyone said he was unlucky last year, and he was a bit unlucky, I suppose. But we'd have been up against Thistlecrack, so as a novice, so we were a novice chaser this year, and that's where he'll start off. And he'll either go to Chepstow on the 15th, or there's an extra the week after that. So.
To wrap things up, do you name maybe one of your new horses, unraced horse to follow for viewers for the season?
One of the new ones. Crikey.
On the spot now.
Yeah, it is on the spot, yeah. Well, one that you didn't mention there actually was Poetic Rhythm. Won a listed bumper at Cheltenham.
Yeah.
He was solid last year. Still a novice. Ran two cracking hurdle races in novice hurdles around Cheltenham last year, and he goes for the Persian War. If I'm going to say one of the new ones, would be Cool Anley. We went to Killarney racing in May. Went to look at him at I'm trying to think who trained him now. I can't remember who trained him. And went to see him in the yard. Liked him, and we bought him for an existence partnership. And looking forward to him. He's working really well, and he's been third in his point to point. He pulled up and then he won a point to point. He's by Flemingsfort. He's not the biggest, but if he was half a hand bigger, we wouldn't be able to afford him. So, but he does everything really nicely. So looking forward to him.
Paul's book Jumpers to Follow is out now, and you can place your order online via the Bettrends shop, or you can call our order line on 01933 304 776 between 8:30am and 5:30pm Monday to Friday.